A cinematic wide-angle close-up set inside a grand candlelit stone grate hall at winter evening. At the center of the frame, a composed and dignified woman in a long, modest working coat of deep charcoal wool over a worn linen dress, the archive key on a cord at her left wrist, stands with her left hand resting on a small ancient iron seal, held in the hands of a tall, commanding man facing her. Her expression is one of quiet wonder and stillness, her face softly lit by an extraordinary light rising from below. A deep, warm gold pouring upward between her fingers and through the engraved face of the iron seal, the light sourceless and certain, the color of old covenant fire, illuminating her composed features and the underside of her chin in reverent amber. The man holding the seal is a tall, broad-shouldered alpha king in a heavy fur-trimmed dark cloak over engraved armor, his bearing deliberate and powerful, but his gaze on her face is entirely moved. Recognition and devotion in equal measure. Nothing commanding about it, only the expression of a man whose 20-year question has just been answered. Behind them, the great hall recedes into atmospheric shadow and warm candlelight, a ring of council figures visible in soft focus on either side, their stillness conveying the weight of the moment. Bloodline scrolls and an open covenant document lie on the stone table behind the pair, barely visible in the warm torchlight. The contrast between her worn linen and his royal velvet and engraved armor is visible but not emphasized. What fills the frame is the gold light between their hands and the two faces it illuminates, hers composed and arriving at something large, his reverent and certain. The stone walls of the hall are hyper-detailed, dressed granite, iron torch brackets, candlelight on ancient masonry, and the atmospheric depth and gentle bokeh draw the eye directly to the glowing seal and the two faces above it. Photoreal cinematic fantasy still, 8K, sharp focus, shallow depth of field, 16:9. The gentle heroine as the lit, dignified anchor in a modest, fully covered period fantasy dress. Dignity rule. The powerful alpha king, a fully human man, reverent and protective toward her, never an animal or beast, never cruel, coercive, or compromising. An epic medieval fantasy world, with hyper-detailed materials and magical elements. Mate marks, wolves, glowing spirit wolves, the emotional beat, scorn/destined recognition, the cherishing, readable at thumbnail size, wholly original epic fantasy faces, with no real public figure or actor likeness. All characters adults, romantic and tender but tasteful, devotion and destiny conveyed through faces and the bond, never through sexualization, force, or gore. A clean cinematic still with no text, no quote bubbles, no arrows, no circles, no branding. Negative prompt. The alpha king as an animal or beast. Werewolf creature, lion man, beast man. The king with a furry face. Wolf muzzle, fangs, claws, paws, fur on his face, half-animal hybrid. Monster, dragon, dragons, wyvern, winged serpent. Cartoon, comic, anime, manga, amateurish painted illustration. 3D render plastic look. Cleavage, sexualized framing, coercive or compromising staging. Real public figure, real celebrity or actor likeness. Game of Thrones look-alike. Graphic gore, blood, English text overlay, English letters in image, quote bubble, subtitle text, captions, big floating words, arrow, circle, watermark, logo, dim muddy low contrast lighting where the heroine's face is unreadable, blurry, deformed, extra fingers, low detail, crowded composition where the emotional beat isn't readable.